The Grassland Guardian story of the big dinosaur Dundon in the prehistoric green grassland. There lived a big dinosaur named Dundun. He has thick brownish-green skin, as if wrapped in a layer of hard little armor. His legs are as thick as tree trunks, and when he flaps his tail, it can sweep away wild grass half a person's height. He looks particularly imposing. Keeden Dun is not fierce at all. His voice is soft, and he always likes to help his friends on the grassland. Everyone likes to call him the gentle big guy. One early morning, Dundun was on the grassland munching on tender ferns for breakfast, when suddenly she heard a woo cry. It was the little dinosaur Tuan. It was learning to find food from its mother and accidentally fell into a small pit. The pit was so deep that it couldn't climb out no matter how hard it tried. It was so anxious that it kept wagging its little tail. Dundun hurriedly ran over, carefully stretching her long neck to the edge of the pit, allowing Tuan to grasp her scales. "Don't be afraid, I'll pull you up." He slowly raised his neck and steadily lowered Tuan to the ground. Tuan held Dundun's leg and whispered, "Thank you, Dundun, you are so nice." In the morning, Dundun was taking a walk on the grassland when she saw a group of little pterosaurs worrying. They wanted to fly to the opposite valley to look for sweet berries, but suddenly dark clouds drifted in and a gentle wind blew. The little pterosaurs were afraid of being blown away by the wind and dared not take off. Dundun's eyes lit up. He slowly lay down on the ground, using his long back as a temporary bridge. "Just crawl along my back and you'll reach the edge of the valley." The little pterodactyls lined up, stepping on Dundun's warm back, and smoothly reached the side of the valley. They picked a bunch of the sweetest berries and threw them to Dundun. "Here you are. Thank you, little bridge." At noon, it began to drizzle. Dundun noticed that the newly hatched little dinosaur Dion had no place to take shelter from the rain and was shivering behind a rock. Dundun hurried over, using her broad body to shield herself from the rain. She also shielded Dion by her legs and gently covered it with her tail. Dion hid in the warm little tent and gradually stopped shivering. She even rubbed against Dundun as if saying, "It's so warm with you around." In the evening, the rain stopped and the setting sun dyed the grassland an orange. Dundun was sitting in the center of the grassland, surrounded by Tuan, the little pterodactyls, and Diandian. Everyone was sharing sweet berries and tender ferns. Dundun chewed the berries, looking at the smiling faces of her friends, her tail swaying gently, feeling warm in her heart. He suddenly felt that his big guy was not only for gnawing on plants and wagging his tail, but also could help everyone solve problems. It was much happier than taking a walk alone on the grassland. It turns out that even a huge dinosaur can, with its own tenderness and strength, become a guardian on the grassland, bringing safety and happiness to every friend. When the moon rose, Dundun was still watching the stars with his friends. His body became everyone's big cushion, and the little dinosaurs leaned against him, listening to him tell stories about the grassland. The night on the prehistoric grassland was quiet, with only the laughter of friends floating in the wind. Because of Dundun, this grassland became warmer and more lively. Such days were more wonderful than sweet berries and more comfortable than the warm sunshine.